You're such an asshole.
Hello, children. All right, here we are. We have requests. So, and this is, I have linked below the three probably most important or flagship financial books, advice books. If you haven't done any financial planning, if you're behind, if you don't know where to go, you don't know where to start, link below, you will have like the very first step, which is called Achieving Financial Excellence. That's a teachable course. I have it linked below. That is step number one. Step number two would be Bachelor Pad Economics, or if you prefer Dave Ramsey or Sue Zorb or whoever, that's fine. It's just your basic, what is a 401k? What is an IRA? And then also link below, because this is, his age is germane. He's part of the Millennials. The Millennials were lied to. The Millennials are, they're behind on pretty much everything, but especially the retirement planning. And there's probably a lot of you Millennials out there. There is a book called How Not to Become a Millennial. This is more for the benefit of younger people who might actually listen and heed advice. Also, if you're an open-minded millennial, we're like, yeah, you know what, we were wrong, and I'd like the correct instructions to life. Well, there you go. If you're like, I got a master's degree, and we just need more money, and so get fucked. Don't bother reading the book, and don't bother trying. Just go panhandle some more. Go live at home with mom, because you all don't know your dads. You'll find the long, guys. All right, here, typical millennial. All right, I've condensed my previous responses with the new information in this message for ease of reading. You'll find the long version below. That doesn't make it easier, dipshit. I put glass over the sidewalk so you could walk on it in your bare feet. Ha! I'm not trying to drag this up. I generally respect your opinion. Guys, this is like the third fucking email I've gotten today. Not today, but I mean, well, I'm sorry, and this and that. Well, I did this before. Just fucking tell me your goddamn problem. And here's an idea. Write it succinctly the first fucking time so you don't have to write it again. I figured it'd be there, and then just asking, I'm 37. Here's a short list. There's a lot here that I've never told anyone. Hence the request for anonymity in the video. Are you a chick? Are you a girl? Oh, no, I can't say it. It's not an insult to you. I was going to say something. But we can't. We can't. Just turned 27. 6 foot, 108 pounds. Caucasian. Bald since I was young. The balding bothered me when I was young, but I give zero shits at 37. Because you owned it. Body count is 21. That's great. Okay, cool. I don't think the balding has it. I really don't. Our Lord and Savior, Bruce Willis, has told us that bald is great. Could be closer to 30, but who wants to sleep with the ham beast? Never married, no kids, no child support, no interest in being in a relationship or situationship. More comfortable being alone than with someone. Yeah, you're right at that age where you're like, why are you here? I don't care what's between your legs. Why are you here again? Not because I'm socially awkward, because I'm over women's shit and the complications that come along with it. Are you also, just people in general would be another question where I'm exhausted on people. Like, what are you bringing to the table here? Hang on. Did something just happen? No, it looks like we're doing good. Okay. We're on our mobile thing here today. Mobile office. Current job, 70,000 month salary, 70K a month salary, 70K a year salary, no investments, no 401k, no IRA. Company has 3% matching. So you've been throwing away 3% free money for as many years as you've been working there. 24,000 in savings, 2,000 in credit card debt, interest free and on purpose to build a credit score. We're paying it all. So car fully paid off and reliable. I do not own a home. I rent a three-bedroom house in a leftist crap hole and live by myself. You have a 3-bedroom house. You don't have any retirement savings, but you rent a 3-bedroom. I hope you got a hell of a deal on that. And live by myself. All monthly expenses, $2,500, semi-rent controlled. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Work out 6 days a week. Boys, did you notice that? He works out 6 days a week, and he's gotten laid 21 times. Did you notice that? Very healthy diet, protein shake. Okay, good, good. One cheat meal a week. I have all the music gear I could ever want, so I really don't buy anything. I also play video games. I'm planning on getting a gaming PC rig. That's about it, though. Reclusive, but generally get along with people. I also generally dislike most people. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and have very few real friends. It's not. I know we pick on women, but I like to think we do so constructively here. But man, people are shit, especially in that town. Those people. I'm surprised you got a friend at all. Like, what do they all do? Is it like, so there's a meetup group in your town? Is it like, hey, let's go? Is it like Street Shitters, the Street Shitters meetup group? Most are not trustworthy or honorable, in my opinion, not worth my time. Miscellaneous. While I keep a professional appearance for work, I wear clothes that are several years old. No alcohol or weed at this point. Currently quitting vaping. Good. I guess vaping's better than smoking, obviously. Why I'm contacting you, I want your opinion on how bad my situation is at 37 as it relates to my lack of investments, financial planning. I'm seeking advice on how to move forward with both that is as well as realistic career options. I haven't fully solidified my long-term goals yet, but if you put a gun to my head, I will eventually like to have some life similar to yours and better bachelor, semi-modest homeowner with land investments and freedom to do. Okay, you are closer. One, you're doing way better than your average 37-year-old, your average millennial. You're doing way better than the average American because you have no debt, right? You are behind on savings. However, I will. You got this all recorded. Not your fault. Is your responsibility, but not your fault. And the reason it's not your fault is the phenomenon. You could just walk into a job, show up sober, and get a job that pays $20 an hour. That wasn't around when you were graduating from college or whenever you graduated and started going into the labor force. There was no way for the majority of Xers, and I would say even the majority of millennials, to save money. It just wasn't possible. The prevailing wage would not allow for you to pay for food, clothing, and shelter, and pay back your student loans, and get car and then start saving for money. I'm behind too a little bit. I didn't start. You can't save for retirement if you don't have money. It's like, well, do I eat or do I throw money into my 401k? Well, I'd like to live till tomorrow. And so I think your situation is a situation many millennials and middle-aged people are in. The Zoomers are probably going to be the same way. So I would first get rid of your guilt. I will allow this one time for you to get rid of your guilt because there was probably no way you could have done it. Now going forward, you make enough money here and all that. You could start saving, but don't worry about it. And then if you want to become like me and better bachelor, here's some good news. And this is one of the underlying principles of a lot of my investment philosophy and retirement planning, and you'll see it in my books in the course, especially Achieving Financial Excellence. The way the majority of people in these United States of America is going to retire successfully is through minimalism. It's by not spending the money. You don't need all this crap, and you're on your way. You don't have debt. You have a used car, and just not effing up. If you don't knock up a chick, you don't commit the 4 or 5 rules. Don't commit crime. Don't have kids you can't afford. Don't major in dumb stuff. Spend less than you make. Don't get married. Those 5 rules, you will, well, I can't guarantee anything, but that is going to do more to help you out with retirement and keeping your expenses low than, oh, I didn't save. I didn't contribute fully to an IRA when I was 24 and starving because my boomer cocksucker boss was paying me $12 an hour. You better solely commute. The action is master's degree required, bachelor's preferred. That bullshit. And I'll tell you, you're almost there. Dude, I predicted. Rush Limbaugh, this is not me. Rush Limbaugh, he says, don't try until you're 35. Or no one takes you seriously until you're 35. Now things are a little different because no one's showing up at work like, oh my God, will someone show up to work? Well, you going to pay me a living wage? Okay, we will. Oh. But, and I so wish this wasn't the case when I was younger, but it ends up being true. Higher paying jobs, leadership jobs that actually, you start earning a handsome wage. It has nothing to do with your ability and work ethic. Those jobs are brought about by a vacuum. you need the current generation of higher ups to vacate, retire, or just die, and then they just grab whoever is like mid-ranked and suck them up. It's not, that's a young go-getter, promote them. That's not the best person. That girl's got some hustle, put her in command. It's never that. It's finally fucking Charlie died, and now he's vacated that position. We can have everyone move up. I am a fraction of a heart of a worker as I was when I was in my 20s, even my teens. You could have had a much more serious, and until I knew more back, like my skills were better. No, nope, they want gray hair. And now I'd walk in, I'm like, yeah, fuck you, $500 an hour. I might get that. I might actually get that by employers. Like, oh, you need an analyst? Well, you should have seen me when I was 23 because I was really good then. Now I'm just going to use common sense and tell you to go fuck yourself. And yes, that's $500 an hour, but you'll pay it because I got gray hair. And Harvey retired, or Harvey got a heart attack because you ran him ragged. Come on, baby, light my fire. So point I'm making is, especially for those of you about your age, especially millennial generation, once you get into your 40s, all of a sudden, most people have abandoned their careers by that time. Like, this is bullshit, I'm out. And all of a sudden, there's going to be these boomers, or maybe more Gen Xers, like, oh, we don't have anyone to lead the team anymore, like they're doing now. And then you're like, oh, okay. And then also, okay, well, $120,000 a year, and we'll give you benefits. And like, what the fuck was this when I was? I mean, I wasn't expecting 120,000, but 50 grand after going to school for 17 fucking years, maybe. So, bar financial crisis, great long recession, the general trend now, you're going to start seeing more opportunities just because you're getting older, not because you're skilled or anything. So that will also make some things easier. But going back, my main point, there's one thing I want you to get in this video: spend less than you make. Be a minimalist. That is what, because if for any other reason, if you want the math on it, you go do some retirement planning. Go grab any retirement planning calculator online. It'll say, okay, when you plan to retire, how long do you plan to live? I think most of our, quote, our youngish under 60 generation are going to work later than boomers because we have no families and nothing else going on. So you're going to work, put it in at 70. That's when you're going to retire. Live to 85 because most people aren't going to live past that. And then the key variable is, how much do you need to live per year? If you're a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, student loans and a Range Rover, you're going to put some ridiculously high amount of money in there. I need $75,000 to live. No, you don't. You need, especially if you got your house paid off, you need like 30, 35 grand in today's world. But I won't be downtown where all the action. Fine, go be a cocksucker in New York and live in the piss and shit of Democratville. But if you're I'm going to chill out on a beach in Alabama, Mobile's nice, kind of cheaper. 30, 35 grand. And that eliminates more than half of the amount of money you need to save up for retirement. So that's the number one thing you can do, is get rid of your materialism. I have a course out there called Achieving Minimalism. It's not open for enrollment now because I want people to take it seriously. But down the road, if you have trouble spending, maybe you might be interested in it. But it sounds like I don't think you need it because you obviously are. You're not like, oh my God, I spend more than I make. So yeah, if you want to become like me or better bachelor, don't have kids you can't afford. Don't fucking get married. Don't get divorced. Spend less than you make, and then just enjoy the intellectual things in life. That's what I would do. Without being geographically chained to a job, no woman, and to piss in my ear. Piss in my ear. I feel I've made a lot of careless decisions and had no guidance growing up on how to build wealth, but I'm trying to make up for it now. Some more detailed info that may help with my last relationship lasted 5 years and ended 2 years ago because I don't want marriage or kids. We ended amicably, but we were always at each other's throats because we're both dominant personality. You do not. Sweet. One lead, one follow. No, ladies, fuck you. You're not leading. Now, there are some men out there that you could go find them who they want you to leave, and they're the first officer. You're the and that I've seen it work like that, but the vast majority of shut the fuck up and god damn it. If it's that point, no. It don't even. You can see if you're walking with the girl, she's walking ahead of you, or like darts off or something. Is she by your side? Like, oh, okay. You'll know. We're gonna co-lead and co-parent. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. She wanted commitment without accountability for her actions, and I wouldn't tolerate it. There you dude, that right there saved you so much money and time and pain and agony. You're so far ahead. There was no way I was going to give her marriage and children when she was unwilling to meet any of my needs. She just had too much past relationship baggage that she was unwilling to let go of, so I sent her packing. I stayed with her for as long as I did because I thought maybe I needed compromise. No. Guys, new idea, because it's true. Women are half the formula. They have to bring something to the table and meet your needs as well. Stop trying to fix them. Stop trying to, well, maybe. No. You supporting me? Is this a pleasant? Am I enjoying life more with you or without you? Without you, fuck out of here. I became dead inside to the point that I was the one withholding sex. Well, you weren't attracted to her anymore. I became completely unattracted to her because of who she was. She didn't cheat on me as far as I know. It doesn't matter. She's gone now. As it ended, I found myself needing to find a proper job to be able to afford my house. Moving into a hole-in-the-wall apartment cost about the same as a house, so it didn't make sense for me to downgrade a similar rent cost. Started a low-end job at a place for $18 an hour. Prior to all this, I was a musician, plenty of social skills, but no real resume to speak of. In under 16 months, I became the manager of this department. Okay, because you're responsible. I told you you walk in, you're sober, and you're on time. I'm untouchable because I am one of two people in the U.S. knows how to repair the company's discontinued products, which is still in high demand. I regularly speak with and have an occasional dinner with the boss. We're both musicians, get along very well. Well, that's good. I negotiate my salary directly with him. Good. For reference, the guy I replaced worked there for over 3 years, only made $23 an hour. He was simply too lazy and careless to realize the leverage he had in his position, couldn't take the pressure of the job. Oh, man. Time to shit in the streets, dude. It's high pressure due to the high profile clientele I deal with on a daily basis. They're mostly cool, but you have to be on your shit and give white glove service. Good. You should no matter what. I'm respectful, fast working, but not a kiss ass. If someone steps out of line, I'm well within my rights to put them in place as stated by this. Good. Sounds like, dude, that boss right there is worth 30% of your salary. Take whatever you're making now, multiply it by 1.3. That's really what you're getting paid when you have a boss like that. While my technical knowledge for the thing I do help, I was able to make this happen because I understand the social ladder game to a greater extent than most people, at least. I was not ready when I was offered this promotion, but I said yes anyways. It was trial by fire, but what am I doing if not trying to make faster career leaps? My previous manager is a narcissist that did not like me in the beginning of all. I realized he was the key to getting anywhere, though he was the gatekeeper to direct contact with the CEO. I'll spare details, but after several months of patience and generally staying out of his way, he warmed up to me and eventually vouched for me for the managerial position. He no longer works there, but we still stay in touch. That's the boomer that got in your way. Anyway, turning the department around, regularly get unsolicited positive reviews at the CS. Okay. Reason why I fucked off 24/30. Well, you're a musician, right? Look, you can't be a responsible money-saving musician. It's like an artist being on time and doing your job. It just doesn't happen. I have an associate's degree in jazz and classical music. Oh, you are a millennial. 4.0 GPA across the board. That's like I got a 4.0 in addition. No college debt. I was covered by scholarships and grants. I have a full ride. I had a full ride to a place after graduating, but I was blackpilled by the actions of my ex and proceeded into a downward spiral. I broke up with her last semester because she was physically abusive, stalking, constantly lying to me and cheating. When I ended up, I do have an email where I want to hear the good stories about women too, but they are not the majority. When she went on a smear campaign and told all my friends and peers, professors that I had beat her. I never laid a hand on her and broke her into her house. Oh no. Thus, everyone stopped associated with me, regardless of knowing me for saying, well, the moment, okay, God, dude, yeah, if you ever want to get ahead, you got to get to it. I'm skipping ahead. Fast forward 2015, still black pill, more women on my belt, a lot of acid trips. I was 27, realized I had nothing tying me down, needed to get on the road, just drive plenty of savings, When I drove around, not because just the parents, grandfather passed at 87. Spent a good chunk of time with him before he died. Really good guy. Grandma passed away. Okay, is there a fucking point to this? Everyone's grandparents pass away. Yeah, and got more red pilling from my father, criminal. Trouble with the law in the past. Visit you went to AA along with them, so that's why you're kind of a teetotaler now, which is a good thing. Suppose the only issues. My dad has never chased women, never begged. No, he was a felon. Girls they just went to him. If they weren't on board with who he was, they could fuck off. I adopted that mindset pretty early on, and thankfully I've never stopped. Good. Never stooped to simple level behavior. Parents divorced when I was a preteen. Court battles 10 years. Of a real eye opener. Likely, don't get married. You know, mom and father were more right. It was just a fuck situation on both sides. But man, was your mom hot for your dad? She needed that penile. I need that felon dick. There's a rap. Felon dick. Bop, 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 bop. Felon dick. Lizzo, get on that because you're not. Here's a weight joke. 37 years old. How fucked am I? Well, you're pretty fucked if you don't get to the motherfucking point. I'm not sure where to pivot from this job. I have no idea where to start. Right, financial retirement. I can't deny it on my side. 20. Want to job forever? I have a ton of. Okay, you don't want to do this job forever. Ton of experience. No. Shh. No talking now. Musicians are adult children. Okay, unless you're like Gene Simmons and you guys actually work hard. No. Oh, look at the little musician. Look at the little musician. Oh, you're so cute. Knock it off. And now it's time in the book, How Not to Become a Millennial. Now it's adult time. Now, the good news is you got yourself a pretty good job there and you got a good CEO or boss. That will pay. And that's going to be your base of operations. And what I would do is you see here, I figure I can BS my way into any industry leverage, but no. Okay, here's what I want you to do. You go down to the dildo store, right? And you get a strap on and you fuck those soft skills in the ass, right? There's no such thing as soft skills. There is, but it's not, oh, I got no skills whatsoever, but I can BS. No, knock it off. Playtime is over. Get your ass back into school. Of the various options, I'm not going to go over it again. Go get the book Worthless, but we're talking trades engineering or truck driver or lineman or whatever. Okay. In your particular case, I would recommend accounting. Because if you start learning accounting, then maybe you could do the books for this firm. And then you get remote location and you get self-employed and all that other stuff. This will give you an out. And you could study accounting online and damn near for free with Western Governors University or any one of the accredited online programs through college. That's it. That's what I recommend. I don't care what you do. All right. I'm recommending accounting. You figure it out for yourself. But it's not I'll get by on my slick salesman. Stop being a fucking moron. Stop being a musician and start being a businessman. Start being more practical, Machiavellian. And if you can make a go at music on the side, did I say on the side, not the main course, on the side, there's the steak, but there are the green beans on the side. Do it. But playtime is over now. I figure I could BS my way into any industry, leverage better opportunities with my manager, but I want to build something for myself. I don't want to keep another person's dreams afloat for the short time I have left. Become an accountant. That's why, or a programmer, or IT, whatever. But you get to go back to school. You get to learn a real trade or a skill that people actually want while keeping this job. There's got to be, I got to call like the baptism by fire or the price you're all going to pay. You all think that this, like Joker was in the military. He has an extensive and colorful resume. He was in the military. He did his stint. He got into IT. I think he's self-taught, busted his ass off. There is a period of time you must do 80 hours a week, at least for 2 years. At least. And you keep squirming around, like, oh, we're really good with people. No, I'll tell you this. You got lucky you're in this. You found this firm. You got lucky. The chances of you repeating this with your little social skills does not exist. It does not exist. And as I said before, you're 37. It's starting to come along where they might make you a manager and all that. And yes, people aren't showing up. And yes, you're sober and all that. Could you imagine if you actually had some accounting skills, you could actually go into management? Because we need an accountant. Good. We'd like you to get some diversity training. Fuck you. Okay. All right, there you go. What do we got? Let's go to super chat. We're getting super chats. Come on, computer. Red Hawk, $5. Hey, Cappy, did you hear about the homeless camp under I-10 in LA that burnt down and caused the freeway to shut down for up to a year? The homeless camp in LA that burnt down. No, was smoke damage, fire damage. It changed the concrete integrity. I don't care if California deserves it. You all deserve it. You all want to be losers here. This is what happens when you become a bunch of losers. That's great news. Good news. My Truth, the King, $2. We need to get rid of student loans and free retirement. Yep. Prince Revolver, $5. CDL life pays well. Right, but he's going to schmooze. He's going to get my MBA. I'm going to wheel and deal. North South, $5. I have no school debt, but they at least should make these indebted students claim bankruptcy instead of complete bailout and make banks take a hit. No. No, there's no more forgiveness. They signed. They got what a truly privileged class got, and that was the college experience. It's not my responsibility. It ain't your responsibility. It's not the taxpayer's responsibility. It's the lazy cocksucking motherfucking know-it-all liberal arts major's responsibility. And when you look at it, the average student loan balance is like 36 grand. That's not a lot. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not. It's like, get off your ass and work a second job. No. And then think about the consequence of what do you think the next generation is going to be like? Oh, mom and dad got a. What is it? Just a bunch of plants, bunch of limp-dicked plants. And fuck what you think, by the way. You don't know what you're thinking. You know what you're talking about. But thank you for the $5. Artful Clone, $2. I lived in Mobile, Alabama for a few years. It is nice. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but it's fine. Shark Taws, $10. Subscribe to the channel. Millennial here who is saving for retirement. You know how, Cappy. Listen to Uncle Cappy, young ones. He's absolutely right. The material stuff isn't worth it. Sharks are enough. Hey, going back to there's going to be a wandering in the desert period. Imagine if you worked 2 full-time jobs for 2 years. Would your financial problems go away? Yes, it would. There you go. But everyone's going to spend 60 years until they're dead trying to avoid it with student loan balances accruing, or they don't have enough money for retirement. I'm on a fixed thing. You're all going to end up like the boomers. I hate the boomers. Boomers are so stupid. They're so dumb. Yeah, well, how are you any different? I mean, yeah, you don't have crappy music, and I don't know, you don't even have families, but how are you going to end up any different? Mr. Angry, $10. 37-year-old, not all of us are lazy effers. 18 years working for the railroad. Oh, you're in good shape. Currently getting up at 4:15 and getting home between 7 and 8 p.m. Have not had a day off since October 31st and have 4 days left this week. Yeah, but you got a nice pension. Mexican Man and Cheese, $5. I'm truck driving right now. Want to get into accounting. You know any good online accounting schools or courses so I could do them on my breaks? I always like Western Governors University because they're affordable. Please tune while you're truck driving, Mexican Man and Cheese. Go binge on Chad Elkins' Accounting Hour, and he talks where I'm in the show too occasionally. We talk about getting careers, but look at going and getting the first step would be getting certified in QuickBooks, and then moving on from there and seeing if you just want to work with that, and then the next step, associates in accounting and more formal route. But yeah, Western Governors University. Mark Magana, $2. Millionaire advice: don't spend money on cars. There you go. I did the math on that. If you don't buy new cars, right, you just get used cars, you pay cash, you will end up saving 3/4 of a retirement just by not getting new cars. But Bipsy won. Okay, touch pain. All right, link below. Achieving Financial Excellence. How not to become a millennial. Bachelor Pad Economics. I mean, you follow the advice in those 3 things, you ain't going to be poor. See you guys later, Toodles.